We gotta talk about this shit, man. Nah. You leave wifey alone, you heard me? Y'all can't be doing this, you heard me? I had to move up on the rankings, you heard me? Now y'all trying to take her down. What y'all trying to do? What y'all trying to do? Now, if you don't understand by my little tone, we get to talk about Tyla, you know what I'm saying? She one of them ones, you know, she part of the woman crushes I got, you heard me? We get to talk about it. If you have been living under a rock or whatever, if you don't know who Tyla is, just do your Googles. If you know the song Water, bro, you probably know the name and the song, but you don't know the name attributed to the face, right? And trust me, it took me a while. I've been heard that song everywhere. I didn't know how she looked like. If you do remember, she popped out with Travis Scott. We're like, oh, okay, Travis Scott with a black girl, you know what I'm saying? Who's happy, you know? I thought she was the rebound from Kylie, and I'm like, Travis. Okay. I was over there like, good job. But apparently she was a musician coming up. Who knows, maybe he tried to smash who fucking knows. But anyways, musician coming up. She had the big song Water, blowed up. Dropped her project, self-titled project, great project. Sadly, didn't do the review because the Drake and Kendrick shit was going on and the review got lost. So I recorded it, but the review's not coming out. Anyways, so been doing her thing on a huge run, songs playing everywhere. She has some other slaps on the album as well, like Truth or Dare. That's my shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Anyways, doing her thing. So basically now it's been coming up in interviews just the way she categorizes herself. If you didn't know, Tyla, I just assumed she had some black in her. She looked mixed, but she was mixed with some shit. So I'm like, black. She's like, she's from South Africa now. She has some black in her. I forgot exactly what it was, like Zulu or something like that, Zulu or whatever. But anyways, it was like that. She has some Indian in her. She has some Polish in her and some other shit as well, right? Now, honestly, when you do see her, especially with her parents, you do 100% see the Indian, which again, not mad at. But anyways, doing a thing. The reason this is a big thing, she's come on and said she's colored. Basically, if you're, I guess, mixed in South Africa, because South Africa, if you don't notice, there's just a lot of motherfuckers. I just call y'all niggas South African. They're mixed with a lot of shit, or some niggas are just Caucasian. Like, bro, there's just different ethnicities kind of staying over there. Like, niggas are just mixing and meshing, you know what I'm saying? So, you are what you are. Now, it depends where you stay at. Now, where I stay at, if a motherfucker's like, what are you? Or you tell them your background, like, oh, I'm this and that, like, you know what I'm saying? But the reason she's getting a lot of flack is she describes herself as colored. In South Africa, they'll say she's colored. Now, of course, in America, you would probably classify her as black or mixed. She is mixed, but you would say black. If we had to just give her an ethnicity. You know when you filling out them shits that we do the credit card shit or whatever the fuck you doing, and it's like, what is your ethnicity? And it's like Caucasian, Hispanic, yada, yada, yada. So she would probably feel black, maybe Indian, who fucking knows. But basically the uproar is basically because she keeps calling herself colored and she's doing this press in America. We seen the Breakfast Club clip where she was there and Charlamagne asked her about it and she kind of didn't want to answer the ethnicity question. She looked at her like manager or handler, whoever it was, and they're like, no, we said not to talk about that, and they kept it in the interview. This is the one thing. I get it. You're upcoming artist. I'm pretty sure, again, I don't know Tyla. I don't know how much American media she does consume, but she does have singers she wants to work with. But with motherfuckers doing these interviews, y'all, or at least her team, should have been on game of y'all coming to the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club's a little messy, and Charlamagne was being a little messy at this point. Y'all should have had that in the back of your mind and knew where y'all was going to have this interview. I think Peter Rosenberg came out and was like, yeah, whenever they did whatever interview, I don't know if it was on Hot 97 or wherever the fuck it was, they said, yo, now let's not talk about this, that, and so on and so forth. And a lot of people and a lot of celebrities do that. But just because they do that doesn't mean the interviewer has to 100% listen to your requests. They can say whatever the fuck they want. Unless you walk out of the interview and not fuck with them, then they can't really ask you any more questions. Now, how do I feel? Like I was stating in the beginning a little bit that motherfuckers might ask you where you from, you might tell them their background, like, oh, I was born over here, but like my background is Ghanaian or Nigerian or whatever the fuck you are, Jamaican, whatever you are, right? Now, with that being said, not everywhere does that. Now, I am in North America, as you can tell, but it is what it is. Some motherfuckers just say they're African American, which, hey, it is what it is, especially if your parents are African descent and you were born in America, you weren't born over there, you would probably go by that. It's ingrained in you. It's taught to you when you fill out certain things. You know, it is what it is. and we identify as black. Now Tyla came out and said she's colored, she's mixed with yada yada yada, and colored, in the slavery times of them colored folk. You know what I'm saying? So I get where people are like, well, how are you addressing yourself like that in America when that was like a derogatory term to us? You know what I'm saying? Now, if we're keeping it a book, yeah, we have color. These motherfuckers Caucasian, they white. They don't have, in a sense, they don't got a color, but you know what's crazy? I ain't gonna say it actually. I was about to say, I'm still saying it too. They call us black. Like, well, some niggas are just brown. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas are mixed. Some niggas are just lighter complexion. But yeah, some niggas is dark skin. Like they heavily dark skin. But besides all that, a lot of people are having outrage about it. You see people in South America defending her, like y'all think like you're is the bee's knees, like everything you go, like you're unaware of other shit that happens in the world. And it is true, like other people, bro, like they don't go by I'm just African American. You might ask them like, oh, my background is this, my background is that. In certain aspects and places, if let's say more on that African side, they might ask you, oh, you're this, but this is your tribe. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends where you're at. So her saying colored, again, it's not crazy to me. Yes, with slavery thing in America, yes. Maybe she should just say mixed if she said, because it's pretty much the same thing. Again, if you say you're mixed in America and your color and stuff, I'm pretty sure they align somehow. So she could just change and say she's mixed and name all the things she's mixed with, and she identifies as this. Now, yeah, so if we're just going to put her in a category, she could probably fit in the black category. And even, like, if you've seen the picture when she won, I believe, the Grammy, and I believe she was with her parents, like, she could pass as India, so she could pick either one, but she's a mixed girl. That shouldn't take your attention away from the talent and how good the song is and how good her career is happening. Now, in the terms of the interview, bro, she's new in the game. She doesn't know how to move yet. It is what it is, bro. She'll have better interviews. It was what it was. Charlamagne was being messy. It comes with the game. You ain't gonna have the best interview on every platform. It is what it is. And this might be a funny moment. She looks back at it and laugh. Now, I will say this. With the South Americans coming out and be like, oh, or South Africa. Sorry, South Americans. South Africa. I probably made that mistake earlier in the video too, so I apologize. But South Africans coming out in the videos and saying like, America, y'all just think like y'all the only ones that dictate whatever, and that's not true. Only a small percentage of motherfuckers is sitting here like, oh yo, we give a fuck, yada yada yada. Niggas is reaching, niggas need something to talk about. Shit, y'all gave me some shit to talk about. I don't feel like it's that deep, but motherfuckers is just chatting at this point. Cause it's really not that serious at the end of the day. Okay, bro, she said colored. We all kind of know what she was trying to say. Like, she mixed with a lot of shit. That's it. If anything, all her, like, team has to tell her is, instead of saying color, just say you mixed. That's it. That's really all that is. Just change up the word in the verbiage you use, and you could say the same shit, and you will be exactly fine. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers is tweaking. Not all American motherfuckers or North Americans give a fuck about this shit. It's just a select few out of like the 98%, only like 2% of motherfuckers give a fuck at the end of the day. It is what it is. All we just gotta focus on is how great her music sounds. We want more music and shit. And she's bad as hell. Maybe I'm the person thinking about the last one that she's fucking gorgeous. But besides all that, before I get thirsty in this video, I ain't gonna make the joke. Pass me a water. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's really it, bro. Like, she shouldn't really care. Like, just say mixed. If it's that much of a big deal, just say mixed, honestly. And it is what it is. I don't really know why niggas give a fuck so much about it, but hey, motherfuckers, like, bro, if it was back in the day, like, niggas just finished slavery and Shorty came out saying that shit, that's one thing. But nigga, it's 2024. And it's not like she was even trying to be disrespectful. Now, if there was some disrespect there, that's one thing. But clearly, bro, she's just moving. She grew up there. She was born in South Africa. That's how they move over there. Now, sure, certain aspects or maybe certain verbiage words you use, you over there, you can now come to America and just use that shit and expect motherfuckers to be like, think how a person in South Africa would think. You have to keep that in mind. But besides that, she wasn't trying to offend nobody. Motherfuckers is tweaking. I believe the word lad in UK is cool, but if you say it in Australia or something, it means something completely, totally different. It's just like, it's like everywhere else, if you call somebody a weirdo, it is what it is. You go to LA and call a motherfucker weirdo, that's like the worst thing you could tell them. Like, bro, everywhere ain't the same. You can't say everything um in one location or place you came up and expect you to go somewhere else and you say that same word and expect it to mean the universal same thing. The only word that probably has that is probably hi or hey and words of that ilk. Besides all that, bro, words can have different meanings in different countries, sectors, locations. Like, it is what it is. So you gotta kind of be cognizant of where you're at. But she didn't mean no harm. Niggas is tweaking. And all she really has to do, instead of saying colored, just say mixed. And your life will be simple. But yeah, man. Hey, she's not racist. She not all that. Motherfuckers is just tweaking. But yeah, what do you feel about this? You know what I'm saying? I got some shit off my chest, you know. Had to talk a little bit. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say on this little bullshit, man. What you think? I'm gone. Slam Zoom. Peace out, gang.